Okay, I can't see your badge information. And how do you spell it?
COWAM.
Okay, and your badge number?
8110.
Okay, I have been fleeing a domestic violence crisis for years, and I've been put out for asking for food in a food line, a cookie in a food line. I've been put out for speaking to a man. I've been put out for reporting a theft that was in front of security. I've been put out for looking both ways to see if someone was in the hall. I got put out for reporting assault of shelters. I've been forced out into homelessness. I've had problems with jobs, with people lying on me, blatantly lying on me at multiple different locations. The last job, they lied, and I reported it to the police because it was too many people lying. It just didn't make sense, and I wanted to investigate these armies full of people scheming to violate my life. So I reported it to South Central Patrol, but they didn't take it seriously and wouldn't investigate it. So my supervisor said one of the YouTubers, because I YouTube, one of the YouTubers contacted her, found her from nowhere, stalked her and told her about my channel. She was not disturbed about anything she saw on it, but chose to take my job from me. So my job was fully aware that I was fleeing a domestic violence crisis, and she offered me job advancement. But I believe my phone is hacked and I'm being monitored. Someone heard that and didn't like it, and then she became abusive. But what I'm reporting is that all these locations, I think, jeopardizes my safety. Caritas said that they didn't want me recording. I stopped recording, but there's been scams at grocery stores, convenience stores, restaurants, and that jeopardizes my safety if people cut off my food supply. And malice.
You just came from Caritas?
Yes, and they banned me.
Why they banned you?
They claim that they banned me for recording.
Yeah, because they're probably policy on what you record inside.
Right, but they would be typical in a public place to just tell someone. I think that it's a red flag that these people are terrified when I record. That maybe it's a red flag that there's misconduct.
They at least give you, they got to go orders too.
I just don't understand why I don't have a right, like other citizens, to be able to sit down and have my food, and why I have to be controlled and violated and ostracized in all my environments. That's serious to me.
I'm sorry you're going to do that. And what's the reason why you reported it? I'm just trying to...
Because in all of my environments, there's a harassment campaign, like at stores and multiple different environments. Yeah. They deliberately have people coming at me in all different directions for torment and it's a scare tactic.
Yeah.
So it's something that targeted individuals experience. So I don't think that in going in all my environments, I deserve to be repeatedly terrorized like that. Bringing carts and all kind of different things at me from multiple different directions. If anyone willing to do law enforcement, they can see a distinctive pattern on the camera footage. So they get really bent out of shape when I'm recording criminal activity.
Yeah. And ma'am, do you have an ID card? So
okay.
I can log you in?
And haven't been getting an investigation for all of this. This is serious.
Oh yes, I'm gonna get your information.
I got threatened the other day. I don't know if I was able to report it. I've had so much going on, and I get repeatedly threatened. And I have not had a call from an investigator. My phone's hacked. I don't know if someone called me or what's going on. That no one will investigate my hacked device.
Where are you staying at right now?
Right now, I'm...
At Salvation Army?
Yes.
How's that going for you?
Well, the problem of it is my abuser schemes to get me out of these locations. Like I said, in Texarkana Domestic Violence Prevention, I was gone reporting him and came back and my stuff was outside in the box when I wasn't even there.
Where?
Texarkana Domestic Violence Prevention.
So you're staying at the 501 East?
I'm not quite sure why we have to really concentrate on where I'm staying when I'm telling you about the experiences at multiple different locations. Yeah. Because if you repeatedly keep repeating that address and that location, the con will be that something happened and then they're going to report it to the shelter. Now they have a con to put me out there. So I've given you the location multiple different times, but you want to concentrate on that. And I'm trying to minimize schemes to get me put out of all these locations, which I thought conspiracy to violate rights was a federal charge, a felony.
Clark, can I get your phone number, please?
Is that serious for people scheming to the degree of putting me out when I was gone and for getting assaulted, for reporting a theft?
I'm not familiar with that place you're at, Texarkana.
But I think that if I was gone reporting my abuser and came back to my items outside in the box, that's serious. That means that my abuser's allowed to control my environments.
Yeah, I know. Is that saying that right?
Yes.
What's your number one complaint right now that's bothering you? I know a lot of things are bothering you now, but what's the number one why you called? The number one complaint right now why you called?
I just want to be safe, and I've been robbed of that.
Okay.
I'm not able to place my calls, and there's repeated intimidation and bullying, and
Where do you feel safe at?
I would feel safe if I can get authentic law enforcement.
You what?
authentic law enforcement to figure out why I keep getting violated and why someone was able to claim that they found my supervisor mysteriously some kind of way that's stalking, cyber stalking.
Who's supervisor? Your job you have is like the YouTuber? Is that what it is?
Well, see, I worked at Chime Solutions.
Chime Solutions?
Yes, and the Chime Solutions terminated me. First, they scam on multiple different blatant lies.
Where's that at? Is it Austin?
That's in Dallas.
Dallas, okay.
Yeah, first they scammed on multiple blatant lies that I was lazy and they locked me out the system, and it was like they were mentally ill. They degraded me. And
how long ago was that?
And I kept the emails and showed it to the police.
How long ago was that?
It's been a while, but I'm just saying that I believe someone's railroading my life and it hasn't been investigated for all these years.
So what's been going on lately that's caused you to still feel this way?
Well, the Caritas, I'm fleeing a domestic violence crisis, and I got threatened, and you guys never came. I called, and I don't know if I reported it. I have I'll give you my YouTube channel so you can see it.
Sure. And maybe that's what you have on there. What's your YouTube channel?
It's Kiana. Yes.
P-A-C?
Conch 7597. And so that's 1, 2, 3 police, but some kind of way I get all these police, but haven't had law enforcement.
Oh, he's on another call.
Yeah, the other one's on another call right here.
So, Kiana, I'm going to go reiterate everything you kind of told me, right? Okay.
Hold on, I can't hear. I can't hear. Can you hold on a second? Let the truck pass by.
Okay, you've had a lot of history in the past with different things. And the main reason, I know a lot of that stuff is coming back up. The main reason it got you upset today was you went to Caritas and they were upset because you were recording in there, right?
No, I think there's a disconnect.
Okay,
I think there's a disconnect.
Right? You didn't trespass out. You just asked you to leave, right?
I think there's a disconnect. Conspiracy to violate rights is a felony charge, and it's also a federal crime. I'm not being heard. Conspiracy to violate rights is a federal.
Right now you want us?
I want you to investigate why all these people are lying on me, scheming, putting me out for getting harassed, putting me out for reporting assault, and putting me out for reporting.
Put you out of the, like, make you leave the business?
Yes, because I reported harassment. They put me out. I want to see why these people are scheming to keep me from services all over the place.
Caritas is one, right?
Well, see, I came here to flee abuse, and they did the same thing in all my other locations, which jeopardizes my safety.
Who are these people that I'm supposed to investigate besides?
Well, you can look at my YouTube channel, and you can see all these schemes to keep me from making purchases at 7-Eleven.
Your YouTube channel to figure out the issues you've had in the past.
Someone is railroading my life, and you guys have denied law enforcement to see who's doing it.
So that's what you want us today, is to do your channel, figure out.
Did you get the whole, what YouTube channel do you have?
Yeah, I think I wrote it down.
Okay.
It's Kiana Clark, P-E-A-C?
P-E-A-C-E. It's 3 words.
And then that's...
Yes, I want you to figure out why all these places are scheming to violate my rights.
Why are these people scheming about your rights
right.
when you leave? Are you going there recording people's face? Like, I'm just asking.
I'm not being heard of reporting an assault. That's not serious to you, to get put out for reporting an assault?
No, you can report an assault, but if you're doing that in businesses, they're going to feel uncomfortable and they have the right to...
So we're reporting an assault, they have a right to put me out?
Do you have the assault in there? Like, were you having an assault at that business?
That I was assaulted at a shelter and they put me out for reporting it.
But that was a Texarkana, kind of, right?
Well, here's the thing, it's following me everywhere, which jeopardizes my safety and conspiracy.
You have no report of assault at this Salvation Army or at the Caritas, right?
You keep repeating that. Are you trying to scheme to have them put me out and have one of these scammer YouTubers call and cause conflict at the shelter so I can get put out there?
That's the first time I said that.
I've asked you not to repeat it because these fake YouTubers that the government set up to validate criminal activity.
You don't have to worry about it.
I don't know where you came from. Tamper with evidence is a felony charge, and the obstruction of justice is criminal. Obstruction of justice is criminal. Me, I was not recording. But I'm recording crimes that you guys want to investigate. And that's tamper with evidence is a felony, and obstruction of justice is criminal too.
I'm going to give you a case. I'm going to write a report of what you told me today.
But I think that there's a disconnect because he's scamming and trying to make it seem like that I'm recording is why I'm getting denied services, so people don't rack up the felony charge they've earned for conspiracy to violate rights. But the reality of it are people are scamming to keep me from my rights, like they are with my children. But for some kind of reason, our police departments cover for these felony charges, which is another felony,
give me a second. Let me look something up.
And haven't had accountability. So for whatever reason, he's trying to deflect on criminal activity and cover for it is criminal.
Who's they?
I'm just not quite certain why you condone someone getting put out for reporting. I'm just not quite certain.
Who's they?
I just want to concentrate on why you're bullying me for reporting that someone put me out for getting assaulted.
What, is it Kiana?
I'm not quite certain on why. I think there's a conflict of interest. Okay. I think there's a conflict. Yeah, because you shouldn't bully someone that got put out for reporting assault unless you're conspiring with the abuser, and that's criminal. We're deflecting on charges the police department repeatedly racks up. Tampering with evidence is a felony charge. Obstruction of justice is criminal too. Conspiracy to violate rights is a felony charge. Police abusing power and depriving someone of law enforcement in a conspiracy is criminal. Torturing people, government witnesses, is also criminal. We're deflecting on the police department's inability to abide by the law. And using intimidation, which is also misconduct, and bullying someone repeatedly over and over for reporting crimes that the police department repeatedly keeps setting up and blaming on YouTubers or anything else they can blame it on. To not get accountability for their racked up charges. If you choose to take bribes, there's consequences. Everybody else goes to jail. Why do you think that you're above the law and will never see it yourself?
So, do you feel like hurting yourself right now? I have to ask these questions, right?
Are you trying to intimidate me?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to
I think that you're trying to intimidate me, and tampering with evidence is a felony and obstruction.
Do you feel like hurting someone else today?
No.
Do you feel safe right now?
I think that you guys need accountability for your inability to abide by the law.
And Kiana, is there anything else I can do for you? I will give you a case number.
Okay.
Okay? Here's a case number on my report. It's what you told me. And I'm going to
talk
about your YouTube channel.
Why weren't you guys investigating anything? Isn't that criminal?
The detective doesn't follow something.
I'm asking if it's criminal if police deprive someone of law enforcement and corruption. And then tamper with evidence and lie and slander to keep that person from justice on getting violated. Repeatedly over and over, year after year, with no accountability.
Right here, okay? All right.
So that's 242-262-0691.
Are you feeling safe? You can go back to the arch and then they can call it. They got staff there.
They're about to put me out here. That's why he keeps repeating it. This is how it is when your abuser runs the government. I don't have rights, so they've been getting away with it years. So now they're going to scam or put out at the shelter. My abuser's mad. It was scam for trying to get a cookie in the food line, put out for that. Now they have been reduced to blame everything on YouTubers since they have racked up charges for themselves. But like I said, I was put out, gone. Guess there's no reason to repeat myself. Even after all these years, you really just don't get adjusted. Traveled all this way to get nowhere. +200 reports ignored. So the intimidation, he's on another call, but some kind of way over here. But when I was arrested by DART police for trying to catch the bus, the other one keeps circling, there was 7 or 8 police. I wasn't recording them. That's how you get up to 20-something false arrests. So they came from nowhere. I was all dressed up. 2 times I was arrested all dressed up. So I was all dressed up and I waited on the bus and the bus driver closed the door, slammed the door on me. So I started leaning on it and banging on it because they repeatedly kept doing it. So he drove off with me leaning on it and I almost fell up under the bus. I said, Lord, please help me. I don't want to fall because I'll be killed because the bus is moving. So I was able to compose myself and gain my balance. But if I would have failed, the bus would have ran me over. So I went straight to Eckerd at DART customer service. Lindsay arrested me again, all dressed up, and took me to jail for reporting these repeated crimes I experienced using DART that endangered my safety as well as multiple other parties. Then before that, he arrested me from catching the bus from nowhere. Said I had a criminal trespass out the thing. That's what was happening when I wasn't recording. jail in handcuffs and assaults all over the place.